Hi everybody, welcome to beautiful Reelfoot Lake here in Tennessee. Pay attention because there's gonna be some techniques here that you will want to see and use next time you go crappie fishing, I promise. We're here in competition with one of my best friends and actually my worst enemy in a tournament circuit. For 4 hours, I'm in competition trying to catch the most numbers and outdo him on my home lake, and I'm gonna give it everything I got. So follow us and have fun because I know it's gonna be some hot action.
It's gonna be real embarrassing for Ronnie today because he's getting ready to get beat, and literally in his backyard on his home lake by me. So it's on.
4 hours, buddy.
He's got 2 people in the boat. He's fishing. He got 4 hands, I got 2.
I tell you what, I'll tie one behind my back. How's that?
Yeah, that's probably right.
It cannot get any slicker than this water. This is as slick as you'll ever see, ever in your life. It's an unusual sight on Reelfoot Lake, without a doubt. Kay, she always gets to come with me when whitecaps are 4 foot tall and coming over the bow. And if we can't catch one today, we're in trouble.
Well, what we're gonna do today is we have about 4 hours for each of us to catch as many fish as we can catch. It's a numbers game. So we're gonna try to get in an area that has a lot of fish where you get a lot of bites and kind of stay there versus trying to catch 2 or 3 big fish. And we're gonna pretty much fish with a 16th ounce jig on a 14-foot B&M pole with really light line, and we're targeting underwater stumps. There's certain places on Reelfoot where the stumps are thicker than other places, so that's where we want to be today, is try to be in the thickest spot where there's stumps as we can.
That area we're going to up here is some of the prettiest water on the lake too. It's really clear. You get on down into the Star Pond area, you can see the bottom easily. You'll be able to see lily pads on the bottom. This cloud cover that we got right here is going to really help me catch some more numbers of fish as opposed to sunshine. So I'm excited about the conditions. They were playing in my favor. I know Wade stopped out there in a little bit deeper water a while ago, and he might have his hands full here. So I'm anxious to get on down here. If I can get my girl here to get the net for me when I get a big one on and play the game, we'll be in good shape.
I get the net. I got it.
God bless America. That's the first one. Going off to a good start. I hadn't been here about 5 minutes. It's just a challenge. I mean, I think it's a challenge that, unlike deer hunting or duck hunting, you can see your game and see your target. Crappie fishing is, you don't know what color jig to use, you don't know how fast to go, how deep to fish, and it's a lot. It's just it's a lot to catching a crappie, and it just offers a pretty good challenge in my mind to go to a different lake or any lake that you're unfamiliar with and just catch fish.
We finally scored, Kay.
We did.
You believe it? I think was ever gonna get one in the boat.
Well, we better let him.
Yeah, we
back
can
and
keep
get
up with the numbers. How's that? 1 that we land, right?
That's right. Can we keep?
Oh, Wade will be wanting to see them now. No way. Fish. Seen him bite it. Not a big one, but
Yeah, he's big enough.
big enough to keep. Did you see that one that run though, up here? There's one, there's one. See, I told you. It's a big wad of them together. Golly. This right here is addictive bad.
The best way that, or in my opinion, the best way to rig a minnow is your jig is setting in the water, and it looks just like this with the hook pointing up. What I always do is take my minnow, run my hook through the bottom lip, up through the top lip. That way when my jig is sitting in the water, this is what it's gonna look like in the water. This is the most natural way to rig a minnow if you're tipping a jig with a minnow. Just put it out and let him work for you.
There's more fish in this lake. Golly, get off there. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. Hey, that's a fish, it's legal too.
Crappie Time is brought to you by B&M Poles. Wherever fishing takes you, B&M has been there. By Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Log on to safebait.org. By Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. By Mossback Fish Attractor. No matter how you stack them, we attract them. And by the Russellville, Arkansas Tourism and Visitor Center, the home of Lake Dardanelle.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Good live minnow is one of the most important things a crappie fisherman put in his boat, especially when times are hard, you're fishing multiple poles. Some sort of live bait really helps you out because he holds on to the bait. Gives you time to grab the pole and set the hook.
I mean, your reaction time here's got to be pretty quick. You can't just sit here and be kind of lethargic, you know, when you set the hook. I mean, when a fish bites it, when you're fishing this way, you have to set the hook immediately. You don't have any downtime when you can just, where you can reach up to grab a pole or reach down or reach sideways. Everything has to be right at your fingertips. And normally if I'm fishing with someone else in the front of the boat, I'll run these 4 poles and he runs the 4 poles on his side. And when one person's fishing 7 or 8 poles and you get a couple of fish on at the same time, or you maybe get hung up, then it's a lot of things going on here at the same time. You have to run the trolling motor and you have to watch your boat. And it's a lot going on for one person.
Yes, this is number 4, and what a beauty she is. She swallowed it. Oh, got her buddy over here. Look at that fish. Do you see that? They're running in left pole, left pole, left pole. They're running in bunches out here. You can tell when we get a bite, we'll get 2 or 3 at the same time.
One good thing about the tight lock rod holders is they're just the perfect height. When I'm fishing, and I don't have to reach up or down to grab a pole. When I get ready to grab a pole, it's already at the same height as my knees. And I think these are 18 inches, and everything is just the right height. And I like my pole tips about 8 to 10 inches off the water. That way I'm always looking down on my poles, on the tips of my poles, because a lot of times I watch my line in relation to my tips to see if I'm getting a bite. I just don't see the pole go down. You can see the tip of your pole jiggle a little bit, or sometimes you may even see your line go sideways and the pole tip may not even go down. So it's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to, other than just sorry about that. I got interrupted by this fish.
We'll go down just a little bit deeper right here. There's a happy medium as far as how deep you can fish. They'll bite at it. They'll bite your bait in this water as clear as it is, up high. But most often, if you fish too high, the bite you get will be short and they'll miss it. But if you are fishing way above the fish and too far above the fish, into an area that they don't feel comfortable in coming and making a strike, I think you're gonna have fish that you're gonna lose just because they're short striking. They're not comfortable, they're scared when they get into that zone to bite. It's a happy medium because I'm trying to fish down on top of these lily pad stems as close as I can to them without being hung up every second, but still at the same time, keep it high enough so I can travel without too much problem and still get the bite. Kind of fun stuff. I mean, out of the ordinary to be fishing this shallow anyway with this technique, but we've stretched the limits on it in a lot of places.
See what that Lake Fork jig will do on real foot crappie? The minnows, that we're using today is certified Arkansas bait fish, which are disease-free, and if something happens and they do come off into other lakes, it doesn't pose a problem with diseases getting in the bait fish there. As you can see, these minnows are very, very lively, and that's exactly what you want them to look like in the water, swimming around.
Oh, what do you got, girl? Gosh, leave him have some slack. It's a
Get
bass.
this pole. Get this pole.
Okay,
up.
got it. Oh, it's okay. There you go. Now.
It wasn't bad.
No, wind it up. You still got it.
It didn't have a minnow on it. Oh, he's still on it.
You're running in the mud. That's what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. There's more fish in this lake.
Just
Golly. Get off there. Hey, that's a fish. It's legal too. We better keep him. We're gonna wait Wade. Ooh. Golly. You want to see something ugly. This is uglier than Wade Hendren.
Oh, we can't keep anything. We're crappie fishing. We can't do that.
That wasn't the deal now.
Yep, that's the deal. You know what my nickname is, what they're gonna start calling me?
No.
What? Money.
Money man.
I got some money in this live well right here.
Money man.
You can bet on what I got in this live well right here.
You must have got into a hot spot somewhere then. If you got,
I saved the
Have you
best
got
for
your limit?
last.
have you got your limit or what? Just go and tell me. I can take it.
Well, I'm getting close. I think I like 2 fish, but I'm gonna start culling now. I mean, I'm to the
Yeah.
point now where I can just start culling.
Culling, okay.
I'm throwing fish back
Yeah,
right now.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
Well,
so money.
If you got
I mean,
your
I
limit,
had-
that's
I
more than
had
you
like-
caught last 3 times you've been fishing.
I had like three fish on at the same time a while ago. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
one,
yeah.
I set the hook with my
3.
leg, and running a trolling motor with my other leg, and I had a
Yeah.
pole in each hand.
Are you bragging?
And I
Are you
flipped them
bragging or
up
what, Wade?
all at the same time. I flipped them up there and put them in the boat. No net, no nothing.
Wade.
All in one motion.
Wade.
All right, well, I got 2 on right now. Let me holler back at you a minute. I got 2 on. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
That rascal, he could go. He could fall off in a pile of fish like no other.
Crappie Time is brought to you by TackleCenter.com, by the Big Green Egg, by Lake Fork Trophy Lures, lures with an attitude, and by Kanan Polarized Sunglasses, evolve optically.
Kevin, are you sure this is okay?
We're cool. I know a guy.
Hey, y'all! Run! Go! Run! Where'd they go?
I was just going to ask them what they were biting on.
Go where the pros go for great deals on great gear and 3 easy ways to shop. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Are you sure this is okay?
Don't worry, I know a guy.
I got to kick this thing in gear because Wade's going. He's talking a little smack. Might ought to get on up here to a better spot where we can score again. Did you see that fish bite that thing? Not a big one. But he flipped it around his fin and kind of hung up in a little bitty crappie. I guess he's a number, huh? Was this number 5? Uh-oh. Moving on up the pole. Uh-oh, we got a big monster on over there. All right, that's a good fish. Good girl. How was that? Was that number 6?
Temperatures dropped probably 10 degrees this afternoon, I would guess, and no sun, so that makes it feel that much colder. So I'm putting on my warm clothes to get ready for the ride in and the last hour of fishing. So I don't feel real good right now about the weather, so I'm sure the fish feel probably the same way.
This rod that I have right here is a BGJP. It stands for Bucks Graphite Jig Pole is what it stands for, and this is actually the lighter version of my trolling pole, the Captain Coleman trolling pole that I use a minnow rig with. And I love to use it when I'm fishing with small jigs, just single jigs, because I got so much more action in it. You can actually see the minnow moving on these poles. It's unbelievable how much sensitivity they have. Just single jig fishing, it is a whole lot of fun. I mean, you may catch anything from largemouth to bowfin to crappie or whatever, but it's the easiest way to start out. If you're going to start this technique in general, I think just fishing with just a single jig on an ultralight pole and have yourself a ball going down some shoreline or a contour in shallow water. That's the best place to learn how to fish.
Here in the last hour or so, it's gotten a lot cooler. And I'm going to try to downsize a little bit. Sometimes the fish like a smaller minnow, smaller jig head when it gets cooler. So I'm going to try that and see if that will make any difference. We've caught about 3 or 4 fish this afternoon on that one color.
This ought to count for 3 or 4 fish.
And on the jig pole.
Good night. Just a matter of time before we gotta hook another one in rascals. Golly, Bill.
Look, you never know. Same jig.
It's been a good afternoon. I can't complain about the weather or anything other than the fish biting. I mean, I guess I had a little tough time getting the fish in the boat, but you know, we were moving around a lot, causing some disturbance, and man, these fish are so finicky and so hard to catch because of the clear water. You got to be really quiet. You're fishing 18 inches deep or so, and I know that caused some problems when we were moving around somewhat today. But all in all, we caught 7 or 8 crappie there in a matter of 30 or 40 minutes down on this end. We kept coming up this, what they call it, Star Pond. And as we come up, the water got clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. I think that hurt us actually, fishing direct right in front like we were. The bowfin,
Yeah, that was a good one.
I think we should be able to weigh the bowfin in.
3 of them.
Yeah, I know we said that earlier. Anything goes as long as it's legal. We got them documented.
crappie.
We definitely got them documented. We'll have to play it back for Wade, you know him.
We're supposed to weigh in at 4:45. In any type of sanctioned event, if you're late, you're DQ'd. You're DQ'd.
Prohibition.
Yow.
Good one.
Dang, ain't that how many bites did we get before we caught one? 3 or 4? I promise you, get your casting rod out right here and you have yourself a ball. Getting away from the boat. We got to get it going, girl. Let's get these poles in the boat. Collect the money.
Well, the deal is we're supposed to weigh in at 4:45, and I'm here and on time in the flesh. And I understand the game, and I know the rules, and I know how to play. And he's not here. Let me tell you how this deal's gonna go down, okay? We're supposed to weigh in at 4:45. In any type of sanctioned event, if you're late, you're DQ'd. You're DQ'd. I mean, what normally happens in a tournament? If you're late, you gotta be at the weigh-in line at a certain time, right or wrong.
You said quit fishing at 4:45.
No, he said be here at 4:45. We're standing here waiting.
Wait.
I see no Ronnie Cap.
Wait.
All right, so the plan is that I'm going to put a fish into the ice cooler, and at the same time, Wade's going to match it. We're going to keep doing that until we run out of fish or the cooler runs over, whichever comes first. I hope that this guy has not got as many fish as he told me he has, so anyway. But if he has, he has. So here we go. We're going to start throwing in one at a time. I'm going first with this big monster.
There's one.
Watch out, Wade. You didn't catch that big fish, man. No way. Okay, how about a black one?
Oh, there's one. Look at that. How about that one?
Man.
All right. How many is that?
Wade, you done put 10 pounds of
that?
crappie in there. I don't know,
That's
man.
4, ain't it?
4, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Blackie. Wade.
Look at there. All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll match him. There we go.
Oh,
That's
God.
6, right? There. That was a brim.
Man. Go.
How many? That was 6 in there?
That was 7.
Well, that's a tie.
No, I got some on the camera. We got to look at the camera.
That's a tie. Dead even. That's the best I can do. How about that?
Oh, I don't believe that.
That's
We got to
it.
get the. I knew we'd have to get the film out. He would never believe it.
What?
I got some on film that I released, man. I was like.
Oh, well, we did too, but I mean, battery went down.
Oh, it did. It went
Yeah.
down.
Battery went down. So when we get to, I mean, I released 20 at least.
Would you catch any other fish other than crappie?
Nope.
Oh, well, I got this then.
No.
I definitely got this. You've
We
got.
caught 7. Is that not what we caught? 7?
We're gonna get
I
this
think.
video and we're gonna look at it. I got to prove to this guy that I can at least caught, because we told each other before we
No.
left. Yeah, anything goes as long as it's legal.
It's a tie. If you want to admit it, I mean, I'm going to admit that I at least tied you. I may not have beat you, but I tied you.
Good job.
That's good enough.
Good enough, my man.
That's good enough.
I had a ball.
Yeah, let's go
How
eat them.
about we get these fried up quick as we can because we're starving for something that smells fishy.
What we've been waiting on. What we've been waiting on. We start with the yellow cornmeal, and then after that, I love to put some Tony Satcher Creole mix with it. You get a little spicy if you get too much. I hope y'all like them a little spicy. Well, actually, not too bad here. But it's hard to beat salt and pepper. That's my other 2 items I put in. If you like lemon pepper, drop that with it. But I tell you what, I'm a little old-fashioned. It's hard to beat salt and pepper and yellow cornmeal on fish. Fish and hush puppies first. Fish will be last. Y'all better get ready.
Guys, I think these should be about ready. Perfect end to the perfect day. How about that?